Hey there, Facebook world. It's Matt McCrory here with the Tim Stout Group, and I'm with
Joey Dishman
the Tim Stout Group as well. So today we're going to bring you just a little bit of information about closing costs. We've covered this before, but we felt the need to bring it up again here because we get a ton of questions for it. One in particular is I just had a buyer that was saying, hey, I have $10,000, so I'm going to bring that to closing. And I said, okay, well, your closing cost is $6,200. Is that how you wanted to pay it? And they'll say, well, no, wait, my down payment is $10,000. I'll say, that's two different things. So a down payment and your closing costs are different. Both will be taken from your loan, but they do different things. The down payment is just essentially just paying off. It's less money you have to get a loan for, right? So you're just bringing it to the table. Your closing costs are what is needed to close out the loan, to file your home correctly with the county, to pay appraisers, to pay financial people, to get everything done in that way. So that's your closing cost. That's the difference there. So a lot of people will say, yikes, I only want to handle this down payment. Is there any way around paying the closing costs?
Yeah, depends on what you're doing too. A lot of times you can get the seller to cover those closing costs. Say if it's $150 and you're like, I'll offer $150, but I need $5,000 in closing cost. In which that amount too varies with each program that you're doing. If you're doing FHA, VA, conventional, it can usually range from what we hear from our preferred lenders is 3 to 4% of the purchase price. So if something happens and the seller's like, there's no way I can cover it. So what you have to do sometimes is bump your purchase price up, then roll in the closing cost. So technically, either way, the seller's paying the closing cost on that way.
So that's a great point. Here's something that I want to bring attention to as well, is a lot of people say, my lender said that this can be bundled into the loan, so I don't have to bring any money. So let's put in an offer for $150,000. They'll pay closing cost. It's not automatically it doesn't just dissolve then. It has to come from somewhere. So if you put in hey, let's go ahead and put in an offer for $150 with the seller paying $5,000 at closing, your true offer is $145.
Yeah.
Right? Now there are some lenders that have a program that says we'll roll it in, but if your loan amount, if you're approved for, is $150 and you say, well, they're going to bundle it in up to $3,200, they're going to bump your loan amount up to go ahead and wrap it in that way. It has to come from somewhere. So if you want the purchase price to be here, your loan amount has to bump up. Whether the seller is agreeing to pay for it or not, it has to come from somewhere, whether the seller or your loan has to go up.
Right. Or, if you could save up the money to do to pay the closing costs, sometimes that's a whole lot better than trying to finance it in. But it really doesn't change the price of your monthly payment by much.
Yeah.
What we hear, it's for every $1,000 you borrow, it's $5.
Yeah. And it's just it's what you want to do and your personal financial situation. If you have the cash to go ahead and do it now, your monthly payment's going to be lower because your loan amount will be lower. But if you're like, I don't know what the future holds, I want to keep a little bit of cash in the bank, that's really going to put stress on me, then go ahead and ask for the seller to pay for it to wrap it in there. But it has to come from somewhere. So keep that in mind when you're trying to buy a home. Don't go in blind and say, well, I don't need any closing costs, and just think that it's going to automatically be covered. That is not a happy day at closing when they say, all right, where's that check for $6,200? And you're going, what? No, it's bundled in there. And then you're sitting there, you're mad, everyone's mad, we have to figure out, is this even going to really happen or not? So that's why we, the Tim Stout Group, want to make sure that you're absolutely informed throughout the entire process, so that way you know it's going to happen. No one likes to get whiplash and get hit from the side out of nowhere. So that's exactly why we say who you work with matters. Be sure that whoever you're working with, your lender, your realtor, that you trust them 100%.
Exactly. And if you have any questions through the process or anything, reach out to us. You can message us on Facebook. You can get on our personal pages and just reach out. We don't mind to answer any question, even if you don't use us. As your realtor, we still want to give you the proper information.
Yeah, we don't want you to end up in a bad situation at all. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic Friday. Enjoy the fall weather, the changing leaves. Be safe, and remember, who you work with matters. Hope you'll have a great rest of your day.